I did enjoy the summer conditioning and fall conditioning, but you can pay it off.
Of course, we came out there and, we work hard in the weight room, we work hard in practice. To win a game like that, this team can fold easily, but we keep coming every night. I mean, it's just a testament to the way the team plays. Together we are, and we got to continue to stay that way as the season goes on.
How you guys both feeling? I mean, Braylon, you got an ice pack on, you got a bloody eye, you guys feeling okay?
Great. That's what the board said, the Chippewas were up, so it's all can be fixed.
What happened to your finger? Is it
I had dislocated.
okay? Was it bothering you the rest of the game?
I mean, yeah, it bothered me. I had to take some pain pills. My adrenaline was pumping, and I know my team needed to win, so I had to just fight through pain.
Your guys seems when you get in the zone, you just kind of everything seems to come a little bit easier for you. Is that kind of how you felt tonight?
Yeah, that's how I felt tonight. Like, my man Chris was telling me about the other guard on their team, the freshman, and he told me just go at him tonight. Just compete with him, and I competed with him, and we ended up getting a win.
Chris, where's your toughness come from? I feel like you're on the floor more than you're standing upright. You're always diving on the floor.
I'm a little brother. I was knocked down a bunch by my big brother growing up. Still knocks me down today. So, I think I got a lot of my toughness from growing up with my brother.
You guys have played in some pretty close games so far this year. Where does this one rank on sort of the spectrum of this season?
It's the greatest one because we came out with the win in this one. It's, coming out with a win, 3 overtimes. We had to come back at the end of regulation. Missed a few shots at the end of overtime. But, we kept fighting, we stayed together. Even as some players fouled out, players stepped in, played their role. And, Braylon came in and, basically shut it down. So,
Can you guys assess each other's performance? Chris, how do you think Braylon did, and Braylon, how do you think Chris did?
I think he played a great game. He became aggressive at the end, and we know how well he can score the basketball. And, he did that. He showcased his talents going to the rim and going to shooting his jump shot, and he closed the game for us. He took the ball in his hands and took the shots that we needed for him to take. So, there's a lot of toughness. I challenged him at the beginning of the game, or in practice, like he said. He stepped to the challenge and won his battle.
And Braylon, how about Chris?
He played a great game. Chris Fowler always comes out and plays a great game, but tonight, he did everything. As you see the stats, he had 18 points, 12 assists, double-double. He just led us, and I just tried to finish it off.
What was it like playing behind the entire regulation? Is that how much that changed the game plan? You guys didn't have to be the whole regulation.
We made it. We had to press at the end and hope for them to miss the free throws, and they missed some free throws for us. So, we just capitalized on them missing free throws. Blake made the big shot at the end. We executed the play well that was called in the timeout. So, this is great for him.
Rayson, how were you able to play with, you had 4 fouls and then going into that third overtime, how were you able to play with 4 fouls and then still produce?
You just have to play smart. I had to still compete, but I had to just take a little bit out, a little mentally out, where I can really focus on just playing without trying to foul. So you're just competing and just playing smart.
Can either of you remember playing a triple overtime game before in your high school career anytime?
Never.
No.
What's to say about the entire starting lineup that all 5 of you had some really big moments in this game? Blake had the shots to get into the overtime. John hit some in overtime. Braylon went off the last overtime. Chris, who played the entire game, pretty much carrying the team, and Austin had a career high in points.
Basically, what it says is, when everybody reaches their potential, and we play like that every night, we can be a special team. Everybody has moments, and when everybody does what they're supposed to do on a nightly basis, this team has the ability to be special. So as long as we build on this and keep rolling, then we can see some special things down the stretch.
Obviously, not that many games left this season, and this was your longest game of the year that you played so far. How much do you guys keep that in the back of your minds when you get down the stretch in some of these games that whatever's left in the tank, you got to put it out now?
We're a pretty close-knit group, and we're a family. So we just look at one another, and we know we have to give our all for our brother next to us. We look up to our coaches, and we want to play hard for our coaches. We we want to play hard for one another. So whatever we got, we gonna give it because we owe that to each other.
Obviously, a 3 overtime game is going to be taxing. How do you think you guys are going to feel tomorrow? And then what are you guys going to do to recover?
Well, we got a great training staff. Just gonna make sure where we get as healthy as we can. We might have to make Braylon get an ice bath. And hopefully we can we gotta eat right, take care of our bodies, make sure everybody goes to see the trainer, and we'll get as healthy as possible. But another good thing, we don't play till Sunday, so we'll have an extra day to recover.
All right, thanks, guys.
Thanks. Thank you.
I think tonight's game was important for us, not to be competitive like we've been, but to be able to get some results for our hard work. I think had we lost this game, it would have been tough, I think, to be able to look at the last 5 games and continue to put up forth that kind of effort when you're not getting rewarded for it. But if there's any team that could do it, it's this group because of the quality of the character of our student athletes that they have in. But it's nice to be able to come back before another home game and have a winning streak and be able to talk about in 5 games playing in the conference tournament. And we knew last year that we could be successful in the conference tournament, fell just short at Buffalo. This year we know we can be successful as well because the top teams in this league, the Ohio game where we played there, the Western Michigan game, Toledo, those 3 games on the road where we went neck and neck with them. So we know that the season's short now and that we've got to make sure that we use all our resources and work as hard as we have and try to execute and play our best basketball. And we didn't show our best basketball tonight, but we worked extremely hard and were able to come off of a night where we've got a very good free throw shooting team. We're second in the conference in free throw shooting. We won't be second anymore, but to be able to find a way to win when it seemed like the breaks didn't go our way or the free throws weren't going, those are nights where usually you're on the wrong end of things. But I give our guys credit to be able to come out on top tonight.
Coach Brown walks in with the ice pack, crisp with bloody eye. Where's that toughness come from with your team?
I think, if my assistants have, of all the great things that they've done here in the year and a half, those players that they've brought to the program are quality individuals. And I think to be able to not get down during this year, when it would be so easy to just say, rebuilding year, and that we don't have to work quite as hard, and other teams are bigger, more physical. But when you look at Chris Fowler and you look at Braylon, Rayson, 2 guys that aren't big in size, but they're big in heart. And so when we looked at those players, they might have gotten overlooked at other schools because of their size. But we saw the talent and the quality of the individual, and I think as a sophomore and a freshman, I mean, you look at a sophomore who has 12 assists to 1 turnover, and a freshman who puts up 30. Those are big nights for upperclassmen, let alone for underclassmen.
It seems like Blake hits a lot of 3-pointers late in games when you guys maybe need one. Today's 3 in the last 30 or 31 seconds. Is it clutch or just the fact that he's a good shooter? Where does it kind of come from for him?
I don't know. I think we run some plays for him in those situations. Also, I think the way we run